Hi, my name is Kyle.
I'm Lawrence.
And I'm Andy. We're Team 2 from GEMS Academy in Taiwan, and this is our 2024 WEC Thinking and Innovation.
Now we're going to answer question 1. Unlike traditional employment models, a workforce ecosystem is a network of diverse contributors who aim for individual and organizational goals. This includes contractors, freelancers, and partnerships. This structure is bigger and expands beyond multiple sources compared to traditional ways. But adopting a workforce ecosystem, sectors that rely on extensive research can increase access to more knowledge and specialized skills. Additionally, by including a mix of workers, businesses can reduce long-term costs.
To dive even deeper, one of the biggest companies in the world, Amazon, has adopted AI-powered robots for labor around warehouses, optimizing the packing and shipping processes. Working alongside human workers maximizes efficiency and consumer satisfaction, but the risks of job displacements are quite high. In comparison with the likes of IBM, they also integrated AI into their core. However, they use AI as a complementary factor rather than a dominating one by providing training programs for employees and assisting in product development such as cybersecurity. Next, in our research, we discovered that the most suitable framework is to revolve around maximizing efficiency and mitigating risks of human replacement. Here are the elements. First is governance regulation, which is where we create a governance framework to ensure ethical guidelines and oversight mechanisms that can limit the risk of AI deployment. Second is task and training, where we clearly define the roles of humans in AI to ensure that AI doesn't gain an advantage. To do so, human workers need to develop new skills in AI literacy through training. Lastly, balance and performance, where we prioritize job satisfaction for human workers. AI should be used to reduce the burden of repetitive tasks rather than detracting them from their roles.
Now we're going to answer question 2. From examining 4 case study provided on the PPT, we found the potential social and economic impacts of AI-based automation on the global labor market, including increased productivity, loss of jobs, worsening economic inequality, the need of reskilling, and regional differences are widening.
And for the part B, we also find different policies from 4 different successful companies. These policies include remote working policy, D&I policy, flexibility working policy, and health policy. While these policies all have their shortcoming, which is gap on the PPT, we also find some improvement that these companies makes just for these gap. And for ethical considerations, we thought of the bias, privacy, and transparency aspects. Companies like Google and Microsoft have their own fairness principle, which is a kind of AI model learning method that gives them a lot of data to mitigate the bias within the analysis of AI. And for data governance framework, it also applies the standard of GDPR and make the user informations anonymous.
So now onto the last short question. In my research, I look at 2 case studies. The first case is by JP Morgan Chase and Contract Intelligence, which they use natural language processing or NLP to analyze and extract key data points from complex legal documents. This AI system reviews thousands of documents in a matter of seconds. This increases efficiency and reduces the chance of human error, ultimately resulting in substantial cost savings. With success, innovation can be further explored, leading to the development of newer technology. Second is education. Duolingo's AI system tracks user progress and learning patterns. While AI personalizes the learning experience, human educators design the core content. It also uses user feedback to continuously improve the platform's effectiveness. This makes learners receive content that is best suited to their current level and has contributed to the democratization of education, expanding education to all.
And through 2 researches and 1 case study, we found 3 challenges that normally occurs. One really notable one was the theory of mobile underclass in a research in 2017, which emphasized the difference in accessibility in AI has a huge impact on the widened gap between rich and poor in terms of wages and education.
For our last question, we propose 2 strategies. The first is to implement AI bias mitigation practices. We're going to use IBM's AI Fairness 360 toolkit to assess bias in algorithms, especially in hiring. The policy is to implement a reporting tool for bias concerns and form a review team. And the metric for success is to track and publish bias detection rate per audit cycle. The other strategy is reskilling and upskilling. We plan to provide role-specific AI training, and the policy is to require training within 6 months. And the metric for success is to target 100% completion rate.
Now that we've finished all the short answer questions, let's dive into problem number 1. According to Sarah M. Worthy in 2023, failure to adequately safeguard data privacy when integrating AI can lead to a loss of patient trust and significant financial and reputational damage to healthcare organizations. Healthcare data is incredibly valuable, making it a prime target for cyber criminals. Medical records can sell for over $1,000 on the dark web, putting vulnerable population at risk of discrimination and increasing economic inequality. A breach in one part of our interconnected healthcare system can compromise the entire network. Consumer trust is also crucial. In 2019, 41 million healthcare records were breached, leading thousands to abandon services. When trust declines, market share falls, just like Facebook's 24% stock drops after privacy breaches. Strong data privacy practices are essential to maintaining consumer trust and market stability. So now that we know what the problem is, what is the best solution? Well, it is implementing advanced data encryption and secure data handling. The first step is data encryption, where we use AES-256 encryption for data at rest and TLS for data in transit. AES-256 is a block cipher selected by the US government for classified data protection. Its security has never been reached. TLS is a widely adopted protocol that ensures secure communication over the internet, safeguarding data through transmission. Next is data de-identification. By removing or altering personally identifiable information, we significantly reduce the risk of exposure while still allowing valuable data analysis for AI applications. For secure data storage, we implement advanced security measures to protect sensitive information stored in databases. This included encrypted storage solutions and strict access controls, which help prevent unauthorized access and potential breaches. Finally, continuous monitoring. We deploy AI-driven tools for real-time monitoring of data access and potential breaches. This enables us to detect and respond to security incidents promptly, mitigating risk before they escalate. In summary, this comprehensive approach ensures that sensitive patient data is protected throughout its life cycle. Next, onto consumer trust and market behavior. This proactive approach to data encryption helps maintain consumer trust. When consumers know that their sensitive healthcare data is protected by top-tier encryption and secure handling practices, they feel more confident in using AI-driven healthcare services. Compliance with government bodies' regulation through the implementation of secure data handling practices also boosts consumer trust. Additionally, it also increases the likelihood of evading organizations' major fines. With trust, it can attract more investments, resulting in more healthcare innovation for medtech.
Okay. The second problem is fostering productive collaboration between AI systems and human staff. And we divided the problem into 4 parts, including misalignment of goals, showing that AI systems and human workers may have different objectives or methods. Lack of understanding indicates human may not fully grasp how AI systems work or how they think. And integration challenges demonstrate that fitting AI into existing workflows can arise if the technology doesn't align with current processes. And communication barriers revealed an ineffective interaction between AI tools and human users. The solution we propose to this problem is called Integrated Business Transformation Model. And we have proposed corresponding solutions to the 4 parts above. First, for goal alignment, we want to implement the balanced scorecard to align departmental objectives with company-wide goals for cohesive progress. Connecting to the agency theory, the balanced scorecard reduces agency costs by aligning departmental goals with overall company strategy through specific measurable objectives. Next, for employee training, we tend to develop interactive e-learning modules with tutorials, quizzes, and support centers to boost employee understanding and efficiency. Connecting to the concept of human capital, e-learning improves skills and efficiency, leading to higher productivity and a better organizational performance. Then, for system integration, we want to deploy the ERP system in stages, starting with core functions and adding modules like supply chain and accounting over time. Connecting to incremental innovation theory, staged ERP deployment allows for continuous improvement by gradually introducing new components. Lastly, for communication enhancement, we want to use Microsoft Teams for real-time messaging, file sharing, and virtual meeting to boost global team collaboration. Connecting to transaction cost economics, Microsoft Teams lowers transaction costs by streaming communication and reducing the need for expensive information processing and coordination.
And the last problem we're trying to deal with is sustaining employee morale and engagement in a hybrid work environment. So, in this part, we're going to examine a few parts. First part, the employees, the different employees, and the second one, the difference in the work environment, and the third one is the difference of problem they might meet in different environments. And the solution is here, using the agency theory and increased autonomy to keep employees engaging and responsible at the same time. So the agency theory, we found a research from 2022. And after reading it, we concluded that regular updates on policy and company goal with a clear channel of communication that has regular checkups and feedback would not only help the employees become more engaged in what they're doing, but also make the company assured that their policies are always updated. And for empowerment and autonomy, which sometimes has a system called holacracy, we read an article in 2021, and the article used this holacracy method, which delegates the authority and decision-making responsibility to every single employees instead of just those in the higher hierarchy stages. Let's see some case studies. For example, Google uses OKR policies, which make every single employee set their own goal that aligns with the company's objectives. Or for example, Salesforce, who evaluates their regular feedback so they can not only monitor employees' achievements, but also remind themselves to update their policies regularly. Also, for Netflix, they have their own unlimited vacation system, and Zappos has their own holacracy system. These systems give employees their chance to manage their own time and manage their own responsibility, which increase their engagement toward their job.
In this presentation, we aim to address how AI and changing workforce structures are altering work dynamics and job roles. It highlights the challenges of managing flexibility, fairness, and data use in this new landscape. Using solutions including independent data encryption and handling, business transformation model, using agency theory and increase autonomy. The proposed solution is to update and add policies to effectively address these issues and ensure a fair and adaptive work environment.
Thank you very much.